to be reviewing the assignment called My Yearly Budget. This is an assignment found on Desmos, and when you open up that Desmos, this is the first slide you will find. Let's read through these instructions. This activity is the online copy of a worksheet we completed in class. So if you completed the worksheet in class, you do not need to do this Desmos. Here's the video tutorial on how to complete the worksheet. This link will take you to this very video you're listening to now. And like it says here, please pause and play so that you can try the worksheet on your own. I just really don't want you to copy the video blindly. It would be great for you to take those pauses to try to fill in the worksheet on your own and then play as if I were guiding you like I would in class. With that being said, let's get started. Slide number 2 is a picture of the worksheet. I recommend you go into full screen mode to really have the space to write some details in here. So, we recently talked about monthly budget and found what our monthly budget would be in our future life. So, that is what we're going to start with here. I want you to write that monthly budget in this blank. My monthly budget was of $3,200. You all have different budgets. It could be $4,000, $5,000, $6,000. Some of my students even went to $11,000. So whatever it is, write it in here. It's okay to round it so the numbers are a little bit nicer. So go ahead and pause and do that now. So now that we have our monthly budget, the goal of this worksheet is to help us find the yearly salary. So we know 1 month, but we want to know how much we would need to make a year so that we can think of jobs that can really help us live out the budget life or the lifestyle that we want. To begin doing this, I want us to focus on this table here on the right. We're going to use this to help us organize our numbers. A table always starts with one item in one column and an item in the other. Here we're calling them X, variables X and Y, where X represents months and Y represents the total money. If we have 0 months, how much money do we have? Or how much money do we need? 0. How about in 1 month? How much money would I need? Well, I would need $3,200 in 1 month. Again, this number is going to be different for you, so write down your number. How much money are you going to need? And I'm sure you can guess. We're moving on to month 2 now. What about month 2? How can I figure out how much money I need in month 2? What do you think? One way can be by adding, but since these numbers, we're going to continue with more and more months, and the numbers are going to be bigger, it might be useful to think about it through multiplication. So I'm going to write what I'm multiplying down below here. If I want to find out how much I make in 2 months, I am going to multiply 2 times the 3,200. I need to have 3,200 2 times for me to know the total of those 2 months. So when I press equal, I know that that is going to be 6,400. And maybe in your head, it might make a little more sense to see 3,200 times 2 is the same thing, right? Either way, we're having 3,200 times 2 times. So now I know. Total budget will be, or my total money for 2 months is 6,400. And now we can move on to 3 months. Hopefully you can also think about how to do that. And if I want to find out how much money I need in 3 months, well, I need to multiply my budget times 3. 3 months, I need 3 times that money 3 times. And in this case, that would be 9,400. And again, I will include that in my table. 3 months, total money needed is 9,400. Now leave this one blank. We're not going to worry about this one for now. We're actually going to continue because if we're trying to go through a yearly salary, how many months is that? Hopefully you said 12 because yes, a year has 12 months. So we're actually going to keep doing this. I want to find out how much money I need in 4 months. And then how much money I need in 2 months. In 5 months. How much money I need in 6 months. All the way to 12 months. So at this point, I'm going to ask you to pause the video. It's all right to use a calculator. So I'm going to come back with my data complete. Please come back when you also have multiplied all those. I hope you have multiplied all the way through 12 months like I have here. So we now have very important information that I want us to practice plotting on this quadrant 1 on this coordinate plane. So same as before, we have to decide which axis is going to be our x and which axis is going to be our y. Hopefully you remember that this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis. So since this is the x-axis, I know I am talking about time in months for this one. And for the y-axis, I'm talking about total money in dollars. So I can't really rotate it, so I'll leave it up here. So we can go ahead and get started with labeling. I need to label every single box in my graph. So if I am talking about months, I need to decide what numbers are representing months. The first number here in this corner is 0. And then I have 1, 2, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, 9 months. I'm sure you can get that just here we're going all the way to 12 months. So here we have it. Now we have a labeled x-axis. I want you to label the y-axis. So this is where we have to think about how to label it, because I want it to represent the total money. So it might help us if we draw a little dot here that connects the 1 and this dash here. So in 1 month, how much money? Yes, hopefully you said it, 3,200. And again, that number might be different for you. Make sure to input that there. And then we'll carry on. In 2 months, how much money am I going to need? 9,400. What about in 3 months? 3 months, I will need the total money of 900. Oh, sorry. I messed up my numbers here, right? In 3 months, I need 9,400. In 2 months, I need 6,400. Whoops. I make mistakes too. And then in 4 months, I will be needing 12,800. Hopefully by now you get the gist of how we're going to label this entire axis. We have to go all the way to 12 months, which would probably be somewhere around here, if I'm estimating correctly, or here. So again, pause and go ahead and take the time to fill in your entire y-axis. Really what we're doing is taking this information and summarizing it in a more mathematical way, which is that linear graph, which is something we are going to focus on in this new unit. So here is my completed graph. I have all my total money on the y-axis and all of my months in the x-axis. And like I said, this is just a cool way to summarize your data. I can go to any one of your graphs and pick a point. Let's say that I had picked this point, and right off the bat I would be able to know exactly how much money you would need in 7 months simply by putting my finger on this coordinate and finding the matching x and y values. So that is the beauty and value of graphs. They really do help us summarize data. And this line is special in particular because it is called a linear graph. And like I said, we will continue to practice making linear graphs. Congrats, you just made your first linear graph, which is pretty exciting. So now we have shown our data in a graph. We have shown it using some arithmetic here. And the last way we are going to show our data is through an equation. And our table here is really going to help us find an equation. Hopefully you remember that an equation is like a scale. A scale, right? Where both sides need to be equal. So we are going to write an equation where both sides are equal. So let's start with some numbers we have here. If I want the x side to be equal to the y side, what do I need to change? Because right now I have 1 is equal to 3,200, which hopefully we know is not true. So we have to think about it. What can I add to this side to make it balance with the y? There's more than one way. I want you to try to think about a way we can multiply it. So 1 times what would make this equal? Hopefully you thought about it. It is 3,200. So now both sides are absolutely equal. Now we can carry on with 2. How can I make 2 equal to 6,400? Well, I can also multiply that 2 by 3,200. Again, remember your numbers might be different from mine, and that's totally okay. And lastly here, we have 3 months. How am I going to make 3 months equal to 9,400? And again, we've already done this math, right? How can I make 3 equal to 9,400? Well, I can multiply it by 3,200. If you don't believe me, check with the calculator. So now we have balanced all of our x side with our y side. They are now truly equal. And that's what an equation is about. Without even noticing, you've basically told me the equation that's going on here already. We are always taking 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We are always taking our months and multiplying them times 3,200. Isn't that what we're doing here? We said all the way to 12 months, right? So we took all of our numbers and we always multiplied it times this monthly amount. And every single time that equaled the total money. The total money we needed. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is an equation. You just wrote it. The only thing is that an equation needs to have letters in it. So what letter were we using to represent months? X. And what letter were we using to represent total money? Y. So we can rewrite this equation to be 3,200 times x is equal to y. Boom. You just wrote your first equation. Congrats. Again, the equation is really just another way to show the same things. Show this graph, show what we were multiplying, showing what's on this table. All of these are just different ways to represent the same amounts. So there we have it. We're almost done here. The last thing that I want you to think about is how to answer this statement here. So if I want my monthly budget to be $3,200, I will need a yearly salary of what? What is it? Hopefully you can use your equation, your arithmetic, or even your graph to figure it out that it is, in my case, 38,400. Again, for you it's probably different, and that's all right. That really is going to be the case with this worksheet. All of you have a different budget. You chose different things to include in that budget. So this number and the numbers that you're multiplying are going to be completely different from mine. So please don't just copy them. I really do want to see how much money you need to be making to fulfill that budget of yours. So there we have it. Congrats, you have finished this worksheet. Don't forget to label your graph, my yearly budget, and submit it for me to grade it. I will also link a couple of pictures of the work your peers did so you can look at some examples on what that worksheet looked like in class. Good job. Let me know if you all have any questions.